Soul rescue healing is a psychic form of healing. It is deep and profound in its application and is extremely effective in clearing the deeper stuff that we have held onto for far too long. These things can come from childhood, stresses that have built up very deeply, emotional pain and so on. But they can also be attachments. They can be attachments to people who are living, but they can also be attachments to people who have died. And you can also have karmic problems from other times. So therefore we are also working on past life connections. So all these ties and attachments are things that we work on when we are soul rescue healers. The training for soul rescue takes many, many years, and I have reached a level of the Advanced Certificate of Soul Rescue, and I was trained by Terry and Natalia O'Sullivan, who are leading lights in the UK in this field. When a client chooses to come for soul rescue, they will usually present with long-term stresses they can't clear. They've been to every other kind of therapy, or they've been to the doctor. They just don't know what's wrong. Nothing physical is being found to be wrong, but they are still exhibiting perhaps physical symptoms, but they just cannot feel themselves. They just don't know what's wrong. Usually what they tell me is they just have been given my name and they don't know really why they're coming. So I will just listen to their history, and I usually will find these patterns of deep stress from this life, and may well be from other lives as well, but from this life, often connected with ancestral problems as well. And having got that history sorted, we're looking at these stress patterns running through their lives, I can help them unravel those. I will use techniques that are based on spiritual healing. I can also use crystal healing and sound healing. I use very strongly the method of visualization meditations, because they are extremely helpful for somebody to be able to see exactly what's going on inside them, rather than me as a psychic and clairvoyant just telling them what I am seeing. They can see it for themselves, and that's extremely useful for the client. The last thing I wish to add is that when I see somebody, usually I can clear a great deal in that first appointment, and follow-up appointments are about looking at the other layers and levels within them that perhaps have now begun to surface. But the initial stuff is usually cleared in one session. And the difference in the client is that they will feel so much lighter, so much freer, that they can't believe the difference just in one session. So that's an exciting thing, but it's also proving that it's extremely effective.